Eagles fans, we know you have had questions for the last several months, and now we're going to get some answers. Hello, everyone. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro, joined by the president of the Philadelphia Eagles, Don Smolenski. Don, looking good there. Let's get right to it. Fans want to know 2020 season here. The regular season at Lincoln Financial Field begins September 20th. What can you tell us about the situation with the fans?
Well, Dave, we've been working with the city and the state really for the past couple of months, staying in contact on a regular basis, talking through a variety of scenarios about games at Lincoln Financial Field. As you know, we were doing that in anticipation of preseason games here in August, but that changed, and our conversation shifted toward the regular season. And after many conversations, it looks, just because of the crisis and the health crisis that we're all dealing with, that we will not be able to have fans here as we begin the 2020 season.
So what does that mean? That means for that first game only? That's what we know?
I think that what's been encouraging in our dialogue with the state and the city is that they're both open to continuing the conversation. So, I think based on the conditions and the environment at this time, that certainly for the beginning of the season, we will not have the ability to have fans, but we're going to continue the conversations, and we'll continue to take it as we go through the 2020 season.
What has, Don, the Eagles' thrust of message been to the state, to the local health officials? I mean, how much do we want our fans, who we love so much, to be in our stands for games?
Yeah, I think the nice thing about the process and the conversations is that whether it's the team of people at the state that we've been talking to, or the team of people at the mayor's office, is that they understand how much the fans mean to the Eagles. They understand how much the fans mean to the Steelers as well. And the focus has been trying to figure out if there's a way to do it, and safety, health and safety is first and foremost priority all the way around, all across the board. And I think that we all understand how hard this decision is, but I think they also understand. We all understand that given the current state of the crisis in the area, in the region, that for right now we're going to have to go forward with no fans.
So, Don, you get this message from the state and from local officials. It's obviously very disappointing news. How do you digest all of that?
Look, I think because we've had so many conversations and really been a part of this whole process together, while everyone recognizes just how difficult and how hard this decision is, we fully support the governor's office, and we fully support the mayor's office, and we're going to continue to work with the officials as we go forward.
Don, what do the Eagles do from this point? How do you proceed from this moment?
So we sent out a communication to the season ticket members and to our fans, in alerting them or informing them of the decision. And where we go from here is we're going to continue to have the conversations with the city and the state, continue to dialogue with them, continue to refine our protocols if we need to, that we have shared with them. And we know how much Lincoln Financial Field and the energy that it is brought by the fans, and how much they mean to the team, and how much the team feeds off the fans. And so we know that's important for us, and we're going to continue the conversations.
I think it's important, Don. On a couple of days ago, Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys owner, spoke very enthusiastically about fans at their stadium in Arlington, Texas. So in his case, look, I think the fans go, hey, well, that's Jerry Jones making a statement. But just to be clear, this is a decision that is made in every state by state and local officials. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It is a state-by-state jurisdictional decision. In our case, we have to work with the Commonwealth and officials at the state level, as well as the mayor's office. And as you may be aware, some of the surrounding jurisdictions, New Jersey for the Jets and the Giants, recently there was an announcement by Virginia that the Washington football team will not be able to have fans. And so, it's a jurisdictional decision, and each club is working, to do everything they can to demonstrate to their respective officials that they can have fans in their stadiums in a safe and healthy manner. And like the other teams, we're going to continue those dialogues and hope that we can have fans at Lincoln Financial Field.
And that hope is based on everybody doing their part, everybody wearing a mask, everybody physically distancing, great hand hygiene. If the numbers, Don, were to go down significantly, that would maybe persuade these health officials?
I think you sort of touched on everything. You've definitely been doing your part. I think that just the overall environment of where we are with respect to this health crisis is going to be an important factor in how we're able to go forward.
Don, what is your reaction and the Eagles organization's reaction to the message from the health officials?
Yeah, I remember I was asked this question, maybe back in April, if I, could envision a scenario where we didn't have fans at Lincoln Financial Field, and I didn't even want to have that thought cross my mind, even though obviously it was at that time in the back of my mind. And as we've gone through the summer and I've spent more of the conversations, I think, Eagles fans are incredible. They fill the stadium, and the support they provide, the energy, the passion. We know how much our players feed off of that. We know how much as an organization we feed off of that. And while we know that maybe certainly in the start of the season that the seats may be empty, we know that they'll be with us in spirit, just as they are all across the country and all across the globe for every Eagles game. They'll be cheering us on, and we're still going to feed off of their energy. We're just going to have to do it a little bit differently, just like we're doing everything a little bit differently here in 2020.
So, Don, just to make sure that I have this correct, to sum this up, until further notice from the state and local officials, no fans at games in 2020.
That is correct.
And how can the Eagles and the fans continue to stay engaged with each other and we've certainly had many Zoom opportunities with season ticket members, and they're ravaging our content. They're very engaged in this whole thing. What is the message that you have to the fans?
Yeah, well, I think that much as you just described, right? We've tried to do, or we actually not tried to do. We've actually conducted Zoom calls with fans, Zoom calls with season ticket members, with our players. I think that now more than ever, we have the ability to provide different content over different platforms through our podcast, through your voice, through the voice of all of our entire content team on our platforms, and we're going to continue to be creative. The league is opening up new opportunities for clubs to do more with fans, and so we're gonna explore every avenue we can, every idea that we can to engage and keep the city bleeding green all through the 2020 season.
Don, I know one way that the fans can be engaged every morning as training camp moves on here, 10:40 on PhiladelphiaEagles.com, on our social channels. We're going to live stream some portion of practice and give fans a behind-the-scenes look at what's happening here. So fans, make sure you tune in for that. And Don, thanks so much for joining. Anytime you have a message to give, please let us know. And we're keeping our fingers crossed. Everybody, do your part. Let's bring these numbers down, and maybe we'll see some fans at the stadium this year.